Welcome to another video, Hoop Life Mixtape. This is the post game show. T Sweezy. I got I got Michaela on here, big Celtics fan. I got my boy Ricky Ross, Pistons advocator, big fan as well, friend of
Good game,
mine.
bro.
We lost to the Pistons, 112 to 105. What are you guys' thoughts on the game?
Good
What's going
game,
on
bro.
first, Michaela?
Good game, bro. That team tough. They tough. My goodness, they tough. Kate's tough. Duran he looks like prime Shaq right now with those damn fucking rebounds, bro. I don't get it. um, s- regardless, if Brad Stevens doesn't get us a big man by tomorrow, he clearly does not care about improving this team. That's all I have to say.
Hold on, sis. Um, Kato is not the problem.
No, I know he's not the problem, but damn it, he's all by himself.
We need you. True, we need a backup center.
That's my point.
Like him starting is not the problem. Like Joe running small ball. Put in Minot on Isaiah Stewart and Derwin and Jordan Walsh on Derwin and fucking Stewart. That is not, you know what I'm saying? Because you
Eventually, it
can
was
get
going to get
away with that
exposed.
against teams like the Lakers and Wizards because they suck. You know what I'm saying? And the reason we was able to get away with that with the Wizards is because Alex Sarr didn't play. You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
the Wizards
But
also suck.
exactly. They're not trying to win at all. But like I didn't watch the Bucks game, so I don't know what happened in that game. So you got to tell me what happened.
His team's tough. Let's just call it what it is. His team's tough.
Yeah.
Cade
But
Cunningham. I mean, Derek White. I mean, as great as Cade Cunningham is, freaking Derek White makes him look like. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I knew it was gonna go in every time he had Derek White on him because I don't know what the hell's going on with Derek White's defense. But
yeah,
good game, bro.
yeah. But not hey Ricky, bruh. Ricky, y'all got a bunch of dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Javante Green, that posterizer he got, that motherfucker was nice. Then he hit a big
Bro,
three.
can you give us another freaking? Can you give us one of your big mans, please, man? We're desperate, please.
But look though. See, motherfuckers that don't know basketball, this is what they'll do. They look at the stats sheet and be like, Isaiah Stewart is trash. He another Draymond. First of all, Isaiah Stewart is an enforcer. It's not that many enforcers in the league. Isaiah Stewart's job is to go out there, set
Light the
screens,
game up.
get rebounds, and to play defense. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's an enforcer, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, Isaiah Stewart is only what 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10",
Yeah,
doing all
about
this,
that.
you know what I'm saying? And he got great hands. He's strong too. Um, Pistons, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Y'all was bullying our team around, bro. Like y'all have too many big, strong, lanky motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how, like Pritchard. He's easy to score. Like I haven't heard from him since the first quarter. Where Pritchard went? Can
Why is he
anybody tell
still
me
on
where
this
Pritchard
team is
went?
beyond me.
Why is he starting still?
I don't know.
But Derek White defense fell off. Obviously, they haven't been the same since 2024 championship run. What I was gonna say, Jalen Brown committed dumb turnovers. I don't like this notion of Joe thinking that Jalen Brown could be the scorer. Um,
Well, to be fair, with that,
Facilitate. Jalen
who
Brown is not a facilitator. You know what I'm
he
saying?
well, he had 7 assists and he was the only one that was scoring. It has to come from someone.
Right.
And I don't even think yeah, he committed dumb turnovers, but I don't think he was like bad passing. It's just hey, someone's got to score.
Right. Um, like I was saying, my God, the Pistons. Who is number 24? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. He's solid. He can pass. I like him.
That's Jaden Ivey, bro. Don't do that.
No, that's not Jaden Ivey. I'm talking about another dude with
Oh,
dreads. He
my
can
bad.
play guard.
Good
Dennis
question.
Dennis Jenkins.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Why?
dude.
Why JB didn't play him like that in the second half?
I don't know. I
Did,
don't
did,
know.
did, 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 did Detroit beat us? They didn't need him.
No, I mean there's a lot of fluctuation taking place on this roster where they're trying to integrate Jaden Ivey with more minutes and a larger role because they still need to figure out if he's going to be the point guard, or sorry, not the point guard, but the complementary guard for Cade for the future.
He should be, but that boy gotta get healthy, bro. He can't miss time. Cause I was a big Jaden Ivey fan coming out of Purdue, man. I really loved watching him play, but he's gotta get healthy.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's healthy. He just had he had a freak accident. Like Paul George broke his leg.
I mean, they didn't
Um,
even look like a broken leg though. It looks like somebody crashed into his leg. Like it didn't like nothing like went back or anything. Like nothing egregious like Paul George's was. Like you saw that thing like crack.
yeah, Ivy's was just a fracture or like a stress break. Either way, he's back. I don't see his confidence in his body yet. I don't think he's confident to really go full speed. He's still probably going only about 80% of his
Yeah.
max speed, which is kind of scary. But you can see when he's in the open court, he's letting guys catch him because he's deciding
Boy,
to move very controlled.
well, I can't
Um,
tell because he run in transition and burn all of us.
no, there was a few plays where Derek White, Peyton Pritchard were able to catch up to him, and he kind of, I think he passed up one, and then he, kind of did like a little clutch type of a layup when he went up. But either way, I mean, Jaden Ivey is still getting himself back into rhythm, back into form. I don't expect him to be anywhere near like 100%, probably till about February, March.
Yeah.
Um, but this is just a ramp up, and unfortunately, a kind of collateral damage for that is just the minutes of other guys, such as Dennis Jenkins, um, just because Ivy needs to get the burn. But Ivy did play some pretty good defense. This game to me was just it was one of those games where
Y'all were the better playing. Y'all played harder than us. That's your identity. That's your mojo, and it killed us yet again.
I mean we're just better. We're just better. And it's not like any slight to Boston. Like Boston really doesn't have that much talent. They have a lot of role players. They have a lot of hustle guys who are kind of one trick ponies or like niche players. They do a certain thing, but really Boston relies on their offensive system
Very.
and their ability to generate offense through Jalen Brown getting paint touches, Derek White being aggressive, and Peyton Pritchard. But the reality is, if you're depending upon Derek White and Peyton Pritchard to take you into the playoffs, you're probably not destined for a deep run. So when I look at this team, like Boston played really well. Sure, there was a little thing they could have done here there, but they were honestly in this game for the most part.
Yeah, because of
Um,
Jalen Brown.
yeah, Jalen Brown did his thing. He is a bona fide star, if not superstar. Like I don't know what else to say 34 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, aside from the 7 of 14 from the free throw line,
You know that.
maybe it's just like maybe he was just tired 40 and a half minutes,
I mean,
you know.
free throws have always been his freaking bugaboo, but he's been better at it lately. I think over the last 5 games, he's shooting like over 80%. I guess there was a freaking lid, and of course, it has to come against Detroit. Right.
Yeah. I mean, last time it was the Pistons missing key free
That
throws
was
down the
one
stretch.
missed free throw. He missed seven.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, the reality is like, I respect Boston. Or at least I should say my reality of it is I respect Boston, but they've never this roster in its entirety doesn't look like a roster that's constructed for a playoff run. They need guys who can do more than just either catch and shoot or be a hustle energy guy, and
Well,
and they have a
without one
lot of
on
those
the
guys.
sideline, sadly.
Yeah, I mean, and there's some guys. I was kind of surprised that they didn't bring up what's his name, Amari
Amari.
Williams.
Yeah, I mean, that's Joe Mazzulla for you. I mean, now who knows? Because it was one game. He wasn't on your scouting report, so JB Bickerstaff would be like, what the hell?
I
So,
don't I don't see why not like if you're not going to invest in Luca Garza, right? Why not go with Amari Williams, who can do a very similar type of job that Anemias Keita does, right?
again, if I had to guess, it's one game. Joe, it probably wasn't going to be sustainable. So Joe probably's like, I don't know if I can do it again. But at the same time, I'm like, Joe, you can tell we're struggling rebounding the ball, brother. Can you just put a big man in the game?
Well, I mean, I kept waiting for him to play Chris Boucher.
He ain't a big. I don't know where people be getting this narrative from. He ain't a big. He don't
No,
even.
he's
I
He
ain't
ain't
not.
gonna
even
lie.
built like a big.
He
No,
too
he's not a
he
big,
too
but
skinny. He's a two pick. He's not muscling nobody.
yeah,
He's
he's
like a
not.
3 or a 4.
But
He's built like a three.
That too.
this is what Joe Mazzulla like probably should have been like. This is what I would have done. I would have rolled Chris Boucher out there for 2 3 minutes, and I would have told him, let it fly. You catch the ball. We're gonna do a little pick and roll, kick out, and let it fly. All I want to see is how many threes we can get up, forcing Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren to have to close out on you. That's what I would have been looking for.
Ricky, Joe Missoula is not an X and O guy. He doesn't have the IQ to, you feel me?
Yeah,
He just go
yeah.
out there,
He's a system
play
guy.
ISO ball, should have chuck up a bunch of threes. That's all Joe knows.
I
Zero plays
mean,
ran.
he has a solid philosophy, and he's created a system out of that philosophy, and he's coaching to that system with the talent that he has. Uh, the reality is this roster needs some adjusting. They need
Right.
one or two pieces, especially in the front court, somebody who can give them something on the interior. I mean, and if, for the most part,
Our
the Boston
perimeter
Celtics are playing
defense
with a
has
lot of
been our
house money.
downfall this whole season.
Well,
And y'all
that
y'all
the
y'all
perimeter
deep
deep
like 1 through 10, Ricky. We're not deep 1 through 10.
the perimeter defense has been a problem, but I don't know if it's more of a problem than playing the
And
small ball
then
because you're giving up a lot of rim
most of
protection.
those long rebounds that y'all got, those are long rebounds.
Yes,
Can't clear it on the interior. And then on top of that, like y'all was killing when Minot and Walsh was playing the center. And he had you I think he had Hugo at center too.
I mean he didn't have
That
him
was
at
dumb.
center. I think.
Sir, Isaiah Stewart is a 10 times better center than what we have
Oh,
combined.
facts. No, facts. I mean, Isaiah Stewart is like a fringe starter. He's kind of like Onyeka Okongwu.
Like a
Like if
little,
he's your
or
He's
starting
a
that, or
center,
I mean, I was gonna say Nias Reed minus the shooting, but
Ricky, Isaiah Stewart is an enforcer. He remind me of Draymond.
no, they
He remind me of Draymond and Bam, but except like Isaiah Stewart is more aggressive. You get what I'm saying? He's more
uh,
of a he's more scary on defense. You get what I mean?
yeah, I would
Because
compare
he's
him
a
more to
dirty
like a
work guy. He's
Charles
not afraid to get his
Oakley type
hands
of a
dirty.
now I
guy.
know why they don't want to let him go.
Well, I mean, he's
Yeah,
also
I was wondering why.
the
I
heart
think I
and
was
soul
gonna
of our
trade him and let
team.
the media get the.
He's also the heart and soul of our team. But it's just to say, I mean, this was a good game. I honestly like. I don't
Not
know if you've
really.
seen the preview I did. I expected this to be a good game. I did expect Detroit to gain control sooner than they did, but at the same time, I can respect that they were able to take control. They were able to ensure that they weren't beating themselves, which many times happens down the stretch of these games. Cade Cunningham only had 3 turnovers, which is amazing for him. 32 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists, only 3 turnovers. He picked up a lot of fouls on you guys. Like he got a lot of you guys in foul trouble. Whether it was Walsh, whether it was Gonzalez, whether it was Minot, like he just punished those guys, and I think that was to our advantage. But
The
I mean,
refs, I
Boston,
don't know what the fucking refs were doing. Both sides. I'm like,
yeah, both sides,
whatever.
both sides, both sides. Uh, I think at the end of the day, though, like Jaylen Brown did what a superstar was supposed to do. He was supposed to keep y'all in the game, which he did.
With the free
He
throws.
gave you guys, yeah, he missed the free throws, but he gave you guys a shot to win.
He
Derek
always gives
White,
us a chance to win. I
what's
got a
that?
better chance of freaking meeting Oprah than this dude does getting help. It's like it's that bad.
Yeah, I mean, Jaylen Brown does need help. We know that. What's his name? Derek White, Peyton Pritchard did their part. Peyton Pritchard did his best, but I mean, once we put Asar Thompson on him, it was going to be
One. Pritchard,
a
I need
terrible
Lucas.
night for Pritchard.
I mean, listen, exactly, because I mean, this guy has been driving into the basket against meh to good to game to non-game changing defenders. Don't get me started when he has to go up against Detroit and the Knicks and Minnesota and OKC, hell, even Houston for crying out loud.
But I'll say this much though: if JD Bickerstaff had leaned into playing Javante Green and Ron Holland more instead of Duncan Robinson, I think this game could have been a blowout.
Probably. Sorry, buddy. We had to expose Duncan Robinson a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Jalen
no,
Brown
he
just
got
owns him. I'm
abused.
just gonna throw that out there. Thank you very much.
He got abused. He got absolutely misused and abused. This was a game where I'm watching Duncan Robinson, and there's just nothing he can do. they see him and their eyes get big.
You know what?
Um,
JV Bickerstaff was like, I'm done with this. Sit down.
yeah, I think it's just about that time. I think it's
Yeah.
just about that time. And I'll probably talk about that tomorrow morning on my live. But Duncan Robinson getting targeted like this is just a bad look when everyone else is locking down and the team realizes, oh, we can just spread you out and go ISO against this guy and get a good look every single time from our star player.
Hmm.
Uh, but either way, I mean, this was a hell of a game. You know, the Detroit Pistons. I'll say this much: they have drafted one of the more talented rosters in the NBA by far, by
Hmm.
far.
Clearly.
Um, and I have to respect that they now have the depth of talent that most teams only wish they could have.
I'm
Uh,
like, they did a good job. It's about time. I can only imagine the 2 decades, maybe more, of purgatory you'll have to go through. And now this
yeah,
is the chance to shine. So something had to give. And it's paying off.
facts.
Because man, Jalen Duran, man, that boy is buffed. 2 years ago, I saw that dude, little skinny as hell, but athletic. Buffed now. Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is a Boston. I would be interested. I'm actually like pulling up Boston's sports reference salary. Um,
They got nothing. We're trying to save money. We got
yeah, you're trying to
nothing.
say, yeah, you got a bunch of really good contracts.
Everybody on your team is on rookie contract outside of Cape Town again.
Yeah, I mean, more than likely they're gonna need to deal Sam Hauser. If they want to make a move, or they could
Boy,
deal Anthony Simons.
How much
boy,
value does Sam Hauser have?
yeah, boy, you can't even trade that dude for half eaten sandwich at this point.
I mean, he's a sniper that's on a sniper's deal. You know,
I wouldn't
can
say he's a
they?
sniper. He's an inconsistent 3 point shooter. He the only person I know that get the most open looks, and he be literally shooting threes inside of the backboard or skips under the rim.
Boy, check the Milwaukee highlights. All a wide open three to the point where he missed a wide open layup. I'm like, nah, that's enough. It's one thing to miss threes. It's another thing to miss a wide ass open layup. Seth,
Yeah, I mean, he's in a slump. He's in a slump. I think it'll average out by the end of the season. I think he will find his groove. He's gonna find his rhythm and start knocking it down.
I love you, but average my ass. Someone needs to figure it out. Someone, like, come on, man. Average my ass. Figure it out. Y'all are getting paid to do one job, and it's to shoot threes. Make your damn 3 pointers.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's one job.
Facts.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna work out. Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how this team continues to evolve. I think I'm definitely interested in guys like Jordan Walsh, Josh Minot. I think that there's more in there with those guys. One of the things that if I was a coach, I would love to do is like go and get high school film of these guys and see what their game is like and see how you can utilize their game, especially when you're playing with house money like the Celtics are right now. Third or fourth now, maybe in the Eastern Conference.
It's like
Uh,
44th, surprisingly.
yeah, if you're winning, you're up. It's an opportunity to see just how good you can be, just what you have in some of these younger guys. I think I would be playing Amari Williams more, um, just
Problem
to
is,
see what
Joe
you
does
have.
not like to play rookies.
Joe Joe got Joe want to keep mine down in Washat Center.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not mad at that small ball lineup. I think they just ran into a really good defense with the Detroit Pistons. But if I'm
Yes.
honest with you, like Detroit has a lot of holes in their defense. They have a lot of holes in their defense. They have guys who can be great individual defenders, like elite, and then Asar Thompson, maybe Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, of course. But then you got guys who just kind of like try to be in position, try to move well, and close out well. But guys like Karis LeVert, they could be taken advantage of. Guys like Jaden Ivey, I'm not expecting them to be locked down, shut down defenders. So they have a lot of holes, but you guys
He
just
can
don't
get
have guys
exposed
that can.
sometimes too, which is understandable because of the blow he has to take for
You said what?
Kate. Because sometimes I'll be watching him be getting blown by sometimes, but I get it because offensive blow he has to take on.
Yeah, I mean, Cade is, he's learning to be a star. He's learning.
Already is one.
I say learning because he has the talent, and that's clear. He has the abilities, but the maturity, the focus, right? It's like don't get mad and start, you know, getting out of the offense, becoming heliocentric, turning the ball over, committing bad fouls. Like when he picked up that fourth and fifth foul, both of those were frustration fouls. Um, it's like you're too important to your team to get into that position. If you know that you're not getting the call and you're getting upset, the refs are going to have pressure on them. Go right to the basket, go into the contact, draw the contact, go to the free throw line. Like that's what the mature players do. Jalen Brown, when he was getting into it with Isaiah Stewart, what did he do immediately? He just went right into his defender and got to the free throw line.
Should have
Uh,
done that last fucking game.
that's just what mature, like superstar players who understand the game. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Cade can get in his own head at times, and it's not to like, say that he's no longer a star. It's to say like he is maturing. Remember, he's only 23 years old.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's young. Like
Yeah,
poor guy. Not only is he young, but to go through purgatory like that, where you waste like what 2, 3, 4 years of his development,
well, I don't think it wastes. He was injured for his whole like almost entire sophomore year,
and they
right?
wasted his development. Come on now.
Obviously not, because now they're the number one seed in the East, so it's like,
Yeah, because JB Bickerstaff is just that dude. I'm looking at Cleveland. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
oh,
Hey,
But
facts.
seriously,
like,
I told you was wrong about the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean,
I said before the season started, man, those they got a good enough roster to be championship contenders. All
they
they
got
got to
good
do
big men and
is
elite
keep
carry
doing what they're
ball.
doing. They got to keep improving. We all know they got cheated by the Knicks, but hey, it's a
yeah.
learning experience.
And it's a learning experience. Like when I look at a team, I'm looking at a team that is constantly growing, and the goal is a championship. And when I see this team play, I'm looking at what translates to championship basketball. Our game against the Atlanta Hawks, that was championship basketball. We played on a string defensively. We were locked into our roles. Guys were settled in. They played together. It was exactly what you wanted to see, and they executed from beginning to end. This game, I would say this, that Boston has
That's how I don't got no
more.
chemistry with my team. You keep fucking sending it.
I mean,
God damn, you niggas play the whole season. Can I play a game first? Shit.
oh, you said who? Who'd you say?
Oh no, my fault. My fault. I'm on the game. Sorry about that.
No, he went up that shit.
But either way, man.
Yes, you guys
Yeah, man.
played hard for us.
Celtics, Celtics did their thing, man. Anemias Keita, I like him. I feel like he could have gotten the ball more, and seen if he could have done something more against that matchup against Jalen Duran.
Boy, Jalen Durham was gonna swat his ass, bro. There was nothing he can do.
I don't know. Duran is not exactly the most defensive center. I think he gets a lot of credit for defense, and it's mostly the guys around him.
Fair.
He got caught several times out of position, reaching down on the ball, bad pushing the back foul. Like he plays with his hands a lot instead of his feet. He has a lot of little. He ended this game with only 3 rebounds. To be honest, Namias Kita actually outplayed him in this game. Um, Isaiah Stewart kind of had to come in and save the day a little bit, 7 points, 7 rebounds. But even Stewart got into his own head. Like this was a game where it's like you have to know it's high profile. You have to know that Boston is trying to make a statement with an opportunity to beat the number one seeded team in the East, and kind of climb that ladder. They're going to pull out all the tricks. They are going to try to get into your head. And both Isaiah Stewart and Cade Cunningham let Boston get into their heads. And that's something that it's like if you're gonna be like bad boy Pistons, you have to be the one to get into other people's heads
Yep.
and understand how that happens, how you do that, not letting people get into your head, and then
Yep.
all of
Yep.
a sudden now you're off your game.
Yep. Tell that to everybody on my team outside of Jalen Brown.
Derek White was doing his thing too.
He
Um,
forced a lot of shots though. Like it's unnecessary.
yeah, they ask him to be more than who he is, and to his credit, you know, he balled.
Well,
He
then
balled
why'd you
out.
pick
He had
him? Pick
31
somebody
points.
else.
Sure. Yes, you would like it to be somebody else. 31 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. He did have 4 turnovers, but 41% from the 3 point line, 55% from the field. Like he did his job. If anything, I would say if I was what's his name? If I was your coach, I would
Lula.
have, yeah. If I was Joe Mazzulla, I would have let Josh Minor, Hugo Gonzalez, and Jordan Walsh foul out. I said use all your fouls because what we can't do is have Baylor Shireman trying to close out the game for us.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that is an absolute no. You cannot do that. Uh, it's going to mean immediate demise.
Yep.
And so I would have let Jordan Walsh foul out. I would have let Hugo Gonzalez foul out. I would have let Josh Minot foul out. And say like we need to make sure that we have defense out there. Now I will say Detroit, Detroit, uh, like they have a lot to work on. They have a lot to work on.
Yeah.
And as much as Karis LeVert looked good for moments, I would say sometimes like I would just rather not. I would just rather not.
He turned into freaking Steph Curry when he plays him. I don't get.
I mean, he's streaky, and when he's good, and when he's not, he's really
Nah.
bad. His first half was like the polar opposite of the second half he was able to have. And I think I would rather give those minutes to guys like Ron Holland, um, even a Dennis Jenkins. But at the same time, like look, I always say, there's many roads to success. There's many paths to get there. And JB Bigstaff is choosing his path to trust Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert.
They
Um,
need some offense, so I kind of agree with him on that. So it's just you got to get more two-way players. The guy that can shoot and defend. Unfortunately, you only got like what Ron Holland and what's
well,
his
no,
face?
I mean I'll
Oh,
say this:
sorry, Thompson.
Jalen Duren several times passed up wide open free throw line jump shots, like wide open, and he has a jump shot. He just is. I don't know if he's scared to use it, but it's concerning why he's not taking wide open 15-foot jump shots. If you can knock down 70% of your free throws, you can hit a 14-foot jump shot. And him taking a dribble into Nemes's Keita and getting his shot, bottled up and knocked away, it's like, why didn't you just take the shot? Like, why are you second guessing? And so these are like the growth points that this team still has. Jaden Ivey took some, I'm not gonna say terrible threes, but by the time he took that little sidestep 3 point shot where they do like that little skip, I was like, look, man, that's the shot you're supposed to take when you've made three in a row, not when you're 1 for 6 and now
Yes.
you're about to be 1 for 7. Not in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? It's like it was a terrible shot. You know, um, stuff like that. You know, some of the calls didn't go our way. If I'm honest, Javante Green is playing all world right now.
Again,
Um,
another one shows up against the Celtics.
I love him right now. He shot 2 of 3 from the 3 point line, 3 or 4 from the field. He got that monster dunk on Derek White. He actually came in and changed the game for us. He basically took the momentum back by himself, almost single handedly, just
Yep.
with his on ball defense. He makes so many great plays out there. I'm just excited for this team, for this roster. We didn't even unleash Paul Reed, Marcus Sasser, Chaz Lanier. It's like we have dudes
Chaz
on this
Lanier.
squad.
Who?
We got dudes on this squad, man.
No, I get it. I wanted Chaz. I actually wanted Chaz Lanier to replace Pritchard because damn it, get him the hell out of here. He shoots just as good as him. Look at all the shooting he did in Tennessee, and you passed him up. I'm like, this is gonna kill
I,
us.
I mean, I mean, I like Hugo. I like Hugo. I think Hugo is along the lines of what you all need. Um,
Fair.
I just think that Boston needs to play a style that's closer to what they do in Utah, where it's like, look, we're not trying to lose, but we are focused on the future. And so we're going to give more leeway to our young guys to grow their game in real time and competitive action rather than have them just play a reduced role based upon what they're ready for right now. And then, like I said, I think guys like Josh Minot, Jordan Walsh, Hugo Gonzalez they have a little bit more to their game to offer than what they are able to do, penciled in as hustle guys and energy guys between Pritchard, White, and Brown.
I mean, you can tell you can tell Detroit was trying to take away Josh Minock's three because he's been freaking drilling it from three. I don't think he's
Oh
ever
yeah.
seen that type of coverage before.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He
Oh my
he's he's
god,
definitely hurt us
one
before
of
in the
those
past.
damn days. Um, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, like, but damn, if Brad Stevens does not get us another big man to come off the bench, just kill me. Just kill me later.
Yeah. I mean, I might have even gone with like a. I don't know. I mean, I would have maybe tried Luca Garza and just told him to just shoot the three. Like, I just don't know why he hasn't deployed that strategy.
Well,
Uh,
the thing is, he can't protect the rim. So I get why they're out on him because he's not a rim protector and he runs 2 miles an hour. He's too slow. Your guys were gonna freaking run all over him.
yeah, well, I mean, we were running past just about anybody, you
Exactly.
know.
You're definitely gonna pass him. So what's the point? And then
Yeah,
yeah,
but if you can get a volume guy to shoot threes, like in my preview this morning, I talked about it like Boston. I actually bet, I'm actually going to actually look it up right now because I bet that Boston was going to shoot more threes than twos.
that's all we can do.
Uh,
Outside of Jalen Brown, there's really nobody else that can score. I mean, I would like them to get Anthony Simons more involved, but that's another story.
yeah, getting Anthony. I mean, I just think they just need to settle down a little bit more. They need to settle down, um, and just embrace the tools that they have. And I think that they have more tools than what they always kind of utilize. But excuse me, I think I also respect the fact that they're trying to win.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, you can, and you can with Jalen Brown in his prime like that. It's just not fair to him. He's trying to prove people that he can be a number one guy, and tanking is just not going to help it.
yeah, I mean, I appreciate them giving him this opportunity. I think it would have been unfair to ask him to kind of shut it down for the year.
Yeah,
Uh, and that was kind of my forecast for the Celtics for the year. I said, hey, if they get off to a good start and Jalen Brown is doing their thing and they can remain healthy, like injuries happen, but if they can remain healthy, this is a team that has enough of a championship pedigree, you know, genetic makeup where they are going to position themselves to be in the playoffs.
yep.
Um, and that's right where you guys are. I think right now the standings,
We're
we're
fourth,
still,
probably.
yeah, you dropped to fourth with your
Yeah,
loss.
fourth.
Yeah,
We get up ahead of Cleveland. Cleveland, out of all people, they stink.
yeah. But
Embarrassing. Oh well.
but it's a it's a really tight race between Miami and Toronto is only a game and a half difference.
But,
So and that's from a 3 seed to a 9 seed.
that's the thing. That's
So yeah, yeah. So we'll see. Boston. Kudos to y'all. Stayed in the game for as long as you could.
kudos to
Um,
y'all. I think y'all humbled us enough.
I mean, I feel like y'all pushed us. Y'all pushed us. Derek White, put a little scare into us. Derek
Jalen Brown's
White,
gonna do his thing.
yeah. Derek White had a nice block on Jaden Ivey. Um, he gets in there, a lot of deflections, a lot of knockaways. He disrupts a
Yeah,
lot of plays.
he
Uh,
does.
And Peyton Pritchard. I think one thing I would like to see from Peyton Pritchard is that he would get more into pick and roll actions.
He's not a
Um,
good passer. He looks like it at
ah,
times, but he's not. He's not consistent. He's not a good passer. Dude's 2 feet
yeah,
tall. I
that's
mean,
true.
again, if he's not chucking threes and turning into Steph Curry,
Yeah, yeah. Austin Rivers called him a mad gerbil, um,
good,
which is kind of funny.
good.
But Peyton Pritchard. I mean, like I said, once I saw Asar Thompson on him, I was like, oh wow, that sucks for Peyton.
It's over.
Uh,
It's over. He already stink. He stunk with what is it? He's stunk going past guys like Tobias Harris and at times Ron Holland. What the hell makes you think he's gonna go past Arsar Thompson, who was an All NBA caliber defender?
yeah. I mean, just hey, shout out to Jalen Brown though, who just kept y'all in it. he made all the plays. Like he just, despite everything, he made all the
He
plays.
gave us a chance.
And yeah, and I can't knock him at all. I can't knock him at all.
No, and
Um, yeah,
he's been
yeah,
carrying us, man. They're the reason why he's top five in the MVP. And it's gonna suck if he goes down because we're kind of on a we're losing games right now. And it's gonna. I'm not. Listen, I'm not expecting him to win MVP. I know statistically he's been better than Cade this year, but the record I wouldn't blame NBA for putting Cade ahead of him because of the record. It is impressive, but the three on top of them, they ain't moving. Luke ain't moving. Jokic damn sure ain't moving, and neither is SGA. Just get into the top five, and I'll consider that a success.
yeah. I mean, has Tatum ever been higher?
He's been in top five before. I think what was it, 2022 and 2023. He ended fourth in MVP conversations. Then the year we won the championship, he was sixth. Last year, he was fourth. So he's been in the top five twice.
Yeah,
This is the first time Jalen Brown's going to hopefully stay in the top five.
yeah. I mean, I
'Cause I
don't
don't.
see too many players who are gonna. I mean, maybe if Giannis comes back, makes a run or something like
Giannis
that.
ain't coming back, and Giannis shouldn't even be in the MVP conversation. I don't even know. I don't care what his numbers look like. The team stinks. I know it's not all his fault, but damn it, your
Yeah,
team stinks that bad.
it does. But you should hear some of the. Man, I was following this one dude. Um, I forget his channel, but he be going so hard. He be going so hard on his
He's
Bucks,
t-
man. He got some
he's turning it to
expectations. I'm
Aaron
like,
Rodgers 2.0. It must be a Wisconsin thing.
yeah, I think so too, man. I
It
think so
must be a
too.
Wisconsin thing.
Yeah, because I be looking. I'm like, bro, what do you see? Oh, he's called Amar's Logic.
Yeah.
Amar's Logic. If you ever listen to him, man, he swears his squad should be, top 10 in the conference, or I'm sorry, top 5, top
Well, they
3 in the
are, but
conference.
they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like this roster kind of sucks, bro. Like,
Sucks. And who bright idea thought freaking Miles Turner was going to be the answer? Now, granted, Miles Turner can probably be a better second option than what we have over here.
yeah, I mean, I don't think I would have paid what they paid for, Miles Turner. I mean, and it isn't even really a bad contract. I just
Uh,
think that you can do better. Like when you think
Fair.
about building around Giannis, Miles
Yeah.
Turner was never going to be a game changer like that. I mean, we all saw him in the playoffs. There were
Yeah.
times where he was just unplayable,
Yeah.
But for 25, 26, 27 million, I think that's a cool contract. You know, that's a cool
And I
contract.
don't. I don't blame Milwaukee for paying him because he has done well with that or with Indiana when he was there. I mean, this was a guy that like been through like the shits and giggles of it, of the
Hmm.
rebuild and the purgatory and stuff like that. And when you finally put a decent team around him, he can show you he's got talent. But so I understand why they gave him that contract because he still is a valuable player. I just don't think he's worth the contract for the role that he's in Milwaukee. Like if he was
Yeah,
on our team and was like the third or fourth option, yeah, he would live up to that contract.
yeah. He would. I mean, he would be tearing it up in that system,
Yeah.
where they just need him to just fire away, shoot 5 to 7 threes a game,
But I also need his
and
ass to
defend the
rebound.
rim. You know.
I need his
Yeah,
ass to rebound.
yeah. I mean, so it'll be interesting. I'm not sure what Boston's schedule looks like going forward. Uh, I
Should
just,
be easy. Well, not easy, but I'm not gonna say that. Nothing's easy with this team. It should be good enough for us to win. We have Miami. I'm not sold on Miami. I don't care what their numbers say. We have Miami, and you have Toronto, who we beat. and then you
mm,
have and then you have Indiana who are just a mess. I mean, which is crazy because you can't sit and thank the Lord that they finally listened to us on the Boston media, as much as I hate the Boston media.
mm,
But thank God they finally freaking listened to us because the fact that Jalen Brown's dragging this team with a less talented roster, considering what Indiana has for their roster, you can make an argument that some of those guys are better than what we have right now, and we have a way better record than them. And I know they
yeah.
don't have Halliburton, but like
I
you
mean, you
still
guys
have
don't have Tatum.
Siakam. You still have Andrew Nemhard. I know there's a couple guys injured, but you still got those guys. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, they've had too many injuries at the start of the season, and they've also
Mhm.
had a tougher schedule at the start of the season. I think they've had OKC twice already, so it's like they've, they have had a rough go. I think they started the season with Nimhard and TJ McConnell injured, and they had like no point guard essentially. Then Aaron Neesmith had an injury that I think's going to keep him out another few weeks or something like that. Then, of course, Mathurin gets hurt a little bit, and and they just had a
Bad
decimation of
luck.
injuries, especially to their already thin backcourt.
No, I
Uh,
get it.
but
Mm,
either way, I mean, Indiana is going to figure themselves out eventually. Uh,
I don't know about.
Boston, yeah, Boston, like I said, is a solid squad. I think that they are going to get themselves righted.
Get
This,
some damn help for Jalen Brown. Even if, bro, don't even bring a star. Just bring someone that can be consistent. Because right now, I don't care what the numbers say on Derek White and Payne Pritchard. If you really watch the games, it's really been Nimi Shkeda that's been our second best player. And it's crazy because obviously Jalen Brown's your best player right now, and your second best player is Nimi Shkeda. And those two are the guys that have the least help out of the whole squad. I mean, you got Jalen Brown scoring by himself. And poor Nemish is busting his ass on the rebounding end. One true big man because none of the big men behind him are playable. Job refuses to play the damn rookie. I mean,
yeah, yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting, but I think Boston continues to play well. I think they have probably what most teams lack is a very clear sense of identity.
our
Um,
identity's 3-point shots. I don't care
yep,
what anybody says. Oh, let's be this hard playing team. Yeah, bullshit. We're a 3-point shooting team. Nobody wants to admit it. We're a 3-point shooting team. That's our identity.
yeah, yeah. I mean, a three-point shooting team that has some really good athletes on the wings. Um, that they just have to figure out how to continue to unlock. And I think I see Jordan Walsh trying things, which is always a good sign. And then I see, uh, you know, Hugo Gonzalez and Josh Minot like settling in, and that's a really good sign. If they're settling into the expectations on that team within that system, I can forecast and say like, okay, well maybe by January, you're getting a little bit more out of those guys. And if you can get consistently maybe 2 or 3 more points out of each of those guys per game, that makes a huge difference. I also think that, they just also had a tough cover. Cade Cunningham just puts a lot of pressure on you with his physicality, with his handle,
Hmm.
with his shiftiness, and got all of them essentially in foul trouble, and that put them behind the eight ball. It just really didn't allow them to play the type of defense that they wanted to. But
Yeah.
like I said, I would have just let them foul out. I would have just been like, well, sorry, we need you in there. So if you foul out, the next guy's up because we need a big wing defender on Cade. Otherwise, he's going to destroy us. And we saw what happened. He put Derek White on him, down the stretch of that fourth quarter, and Cade got exactly where he wanted, what he wanted, and you guys couldn't.
At this point, can you put Jalen Brown on? I don't even know if that's gonna make a difference. But damn it, like, can you just put Jalen Brown on him? Like, do something.
Yeah, I mean, but that's tough though when he's already playing, 40 minutes and has to take 25 shots. And
He's making $300 million. That's the expectation. Figure it out.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
That's the expectation we demand from you in Boston. Not to say that he hasn't lived up to it, because I expected this. I've always thought he was a good number one option. The problem was he was
Facts.
overshadowed behind Tatum, and someone had to say it.
Yeah, I was saying Brown was better than Tatum, in terms of the role of being a primary scorer.
He's more
Uh,
consistent, so yeah.
yeah, I mean, and he just plays a better style for it. Like when you're going to be the number one scorer, you have to be very efficient and also
Yes.
very exacting. I guess is the term that I'm looking
Yes.
for.
In other words, he doesn't take stupid shots. It's okay. You can say it. Tatum
Yeah,
does take dumb
he
shots. Like,
doesn't. He's going north and south. He's going to the rim, not necessarily east and west, going from sideline
yes.
to sideline.
Yep.
So yeah, but hey, great game between Boston and Detroit. Um,
Absolutely.
I know we will probably see both of these teams in the playoffs.
Yep. I'm already sick of
Hopefully,
y'all already, and I'm just kidding. I'm sick of
you,
your big man. I'm not sick of you. That's fine. Like, damn it, it's Jalen Duren and get a big man. Just get a big man.
I mean, Duran only had what 6 points in this game.
He's better than all we have combined.
Yeah, he had 6 points, 3 rebounds. He had 2 steals and 2 blocks, but then he had 4 fouls. Like he did not play. Duran did not play well.
I still would take
Um,
him over what we got. I'm looking at the Charlotte Hornets. I'm like, how the hell did you trade this dude to Detroit? Like, that's the myriad of decisions, bad decisions that the Charlotte Hornets continue to make.
yeah, yeah. I mean, at the time, people thought he was a underperforming, low motor um, type of a big man. They thought he was going to be like DeAndre Ayton. You know, I get it.
Not with that talent though. It's hard with that because they compared him to like Robert Williams because of his athleticism and his rebounding ability. It
I
was just
mean,
hard for me to envision that with that talent. Mm-mm.
who would have thought DeAndre Ayton's talent, right? DeAndre. I mean, people forget about DeAndre Ayton, but when he came out of college, like he was a monster. He was an
Well,
absolute monster.
well, it depends on the franchise you go to too, because I don't think
True. It
Phoenix
was
is like
the
a
wrong franchise.
loser franchise over there. I mean, I don't know. The only good thing they have going for them is the damn Grand Canyon. Other than that, it's just it's a loser city over there. Detroit, they've been through worse. Don't get me wrong, and then who knows? That probably humbled him a little bit. And then they finally get a coach. They know how to develop players. They get a better GM, and oh my God, the changes are great. But that's probably
Yeah.
what he needed. Like a freaking coach that will kick him in the shit. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, Joe Mazzulla is not necessarily him. I wish you guys had a higher integrity Ime Udoka.
I need Ime. I
Um,
miss Ime already. Listen, I know Joe has a ring, and if you want to put Joe over Ime because of that, I won't blame you. But Ime can elevate a roster a little bit
facts.
better. And then I'm not going to blame
Facts.
Joe for not elevating this roster. He's doing what he can, but damn it, I need more urgency out of a coach.
I mean, he just doesn't. He's not a culture setter, and that's what's unfortunate is that there's like I forgot. I was in a conversation with somebody talking about how culture plays out
Facts.
in the NBA,
Hmm.
and what has been undervalued, I would say, overwhelmingly in the NBA has been certain particular cultural aspects of what it means to be a coach to predominantly
Hmm.
black players.
Yep.
What it means to be able to communicate effectively with them, what it means to be able to motivate them over the course of a marathon of an 82 game season.
Hmm.
What does it mean to develop healthy relationships where they can trust you and you can go into their homes and they can see themselves like really looking up to you and learning from you just as a man and a human being, not just as a X and O's coach. And so
Hmm.
by the time you guys get to like these, you know, I mean, I know so many of these coaches, but some of these coaches just don't have those things, and they try to substitute it by getting the coaches who do have those things and making them assistants. And I think
Yep.
the reality is you should take guys like Joe Mazzulla, who are great with creating a scheme, right? And they're going to look at the data points and they're going to say, like, this is a really good scheme. Take that guy and make them the assistant, of an email doc, and which is why it works so well,
Hmm.
because you have this little niche thing, cool. And then let's focus on actually building a team because
Yep.
Boston, they are missing a cultural identity of defense, of toughness, of physicality, of hey, we're going to compete in a certain way. We come together under this kind of competitive umbrella, and I think that that's uh, what Detroit's probably greatest strength is that this team galvanizes itself with defense and that gritty hard work. It's like we don't have the greatest offense.
Yeah.
Jaden Ivey shot 1 for 7 from three, but he's a plus 10, in
Impact.
terms
Yeah.
of impact because of his defense and his grit.
Hmm.
He even got a block shot on Jalen Brown. Like
I thought that was Duran. No, the
I
one in
think
transition, right?
no, it was the one where Jalen Brown goes at
Oh, I think I know what you
Ivy
mean.
and Ivy kind of stands him straight up and
The
blocks
ball.
it at
That
the
now I know
top.
what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, so it's like those are the plays.
Hmm.
What's his name? Javante Green.
Yep.
Just being in a stance and staying low and using his length. He rips Jalen Brown at half court, and Then he rips Peyton Pritchard at half court. Just like he's just
That's bad dribbling by Pritchard. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from him. That's bad dribbling by Pritchard. Why is he bringing up the balls beyond me? But whatever.
well. I mean, and this is the thing. Any good any good on ball defender wants you to dribble more.
Hmm.
The more you dribble, the more opportunities they have to get a deflection, to
Yep.
get their hand on the ball somehow, and disrupt your rhythm.
Hmm.
One of the hardest things, one of the hardest skills is to advance the ball and get a team into an offense
Hmm.
because it's so counterintuitive in many ways where you're being pressured and
Hmm.
yet you're not actually attacking the pressure. You're trying to stall it enough to find a window to make that first pass to get
Hmm.
us into an offensive set. And that
Hmm.
stall period is like that golden hour for on ball defenders.
Hmm.
It's like I know you're trying to get into your offensive set, so now I can press up on you, knowing that you might defer doing what you know to do in this moment, which is just blow by me,
Yep.
for a chance to actually start the offense.
Yeah.
And that counterintuitive moment leads to and I should know. K gets caught in those moments more than probably any player I've ever seen.
Hmm.
He is perpetually getting caught in moments where he's trying to get us into the offense and he's allowing himself to be pressured far too hard. And the next thing you know, they get a deflection, they knock the ball away, and then they're getting a breakaway layup.
Yep. It's dribble. Don't you? The last thing you want is dribbling the oxygen out of the basketball. I mean, look at the Knicks last year. Brunson dribble, dribble, dribble.
Yeah.
It
So
gets
I mean,
boring.
yeah. So I mean, that's where I'd probably. But at the end of the day, shout out to Boston. Stayed in this game. Um, weren't able to overcome the Pistons, even though they were at home. Um, they can still walk away from this game and should, to some degree, feel like, hey, we were in this. And aside from those two late turnovers, man, we could have, and some missed free throws, y'all could have had a chance to win this game.
Fair.
And then it would have been a completely different story. It would have been a completely different, live right now. Y'all would have been talking about
Hmm.
how good Boston did and how they pulled it out and they were gutty and and
I
they.
passed out when we beat y'all the last time. How we did it, I do not know. But damn it, I passed out. I ran all over the place. I'm like, we beat Detroit.
Oh,
I look like a little kid.
I know exactly how you did it. It was almost the flip flop. It was almost the
It
opposite
was, yeah.
of what we did this game. You guys did last game, and
Yep.
what we did last game, you guys did this game.
Yep.
Like a couple of bad turnovers, some missed free throws, lack of execution down the stretch.
Lack of
Um,
rebounding.
and then, but Derek White went on his heater. He just didn't have that close. But it is what it is. Great game, Boston. On to the next one. The marathon continues.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yo,
Hey,
y'all guys are
it was
hype.
dope getting on here with y'all. I gotta
Yo,
get off and put my kid to bed. So
yo, you.
Appreciate you joining, Ricky.
Appreciate you too, brother.
yes,
Good luck with
sir.
the
Yes.
rest of the season. Please
Yep.
take the number one seed from the Knicks. Be consistent, and take that number one seed from the Knicks. I don't want to see them on the number one seed.
You know what? I ain't even mad at it. Right now we are 2.5 games on them. I think we see them in, I want to say, January for the
Kick
first
that
time.
ass. Kick their ass.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. I'm gonna get at y'all next time.
Yo,
Peace.
same
Thanks,
too.
Ricky.
See you later.
All right.
Hey sis, that was a
Yo,
dope live.
yo, fags.
Hey sis, why it took people this long to get K the credit?
I don't know. I was literally asking my mom. I'm like, you mean to tell me that brother couldn't play more than Cornette the other day, or at least all last year? I mean, okay, he
Did you
got better IQ.
did you know that
Yay.
our defense is better with Washington Kata than it was with Porzingis, Cornet, and Horford?
Horford can only do so much. Porzingis is a string bean, and Cornette's Cornette. What do you expect?
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, Cornet is trash.
yeah.
Huh. You miss Lucan Garza? Sound like it.
I don't know. Brad's got to do something because Kid is trying. He's trying.
Yeah.
It's like your two best players have the two least help behind them. Well, great life, brother. On to Miami.
Yep. You out of here, sis?